Welcome to the show that teaches you the things your parents and teachers are too afraid to. The Helios blog. Today, HasanAbi once again gives the worst dating advice you can imagine. This should be a hoot.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
The next person is Zaus. Their pronouns are he, him.
Here we go.
It's a cool name.
Yeah.
Here you go. Zaus. Welcome on stream.
Hi guys. Hi.
Cat girl arc. So, just from the fact that they pronouns, you already know how this is going to go, but, you know.
Hi chat. Hi everybody. So I'm just gonna contextualize my problem real quickly. I'm a 20 years old guy from Brazil, and for most of my middle and high school years, up until senior year, I guess, I used to be a very fat kid, like acne on my face, kind of short, bad haircut. I think I was 5'8" at the time, weighing around 286 pounds, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, lordy.
That checks. But then puberty hits, I started to go to the gym, did a diet and all this kind of stuff. And when I finished my senior year, I was like 6'3", weighing 200 pounds, 216 pounds.
God damn.
Yeah. I had barely
So he's a giant.
no acne on my face thanks to Octane. And most people start to consider me attractive, something I didn't experience in most of my school years. And I started to receive more attention from men, women, and etc. But since you went through something similar related to appearance and change, Hassan, this kind of stuff, I want to know, how did you cope with the newfound attention that you're receiving? Because sometimes, like, if
I see. This is humble brag. It's like, oh, I used to be woe is me, but now I'm attractive. How do you cope with all the attention? I feel so bad that I'm now receiving attention. Please teach me, guys. How do I deal with all of the good that I'm receiving? Come on, man. Like, do you think that this is like, do you think it's subtle what you're doing? You just want people to feed your ego.
if I'm at a club or something similar, someone will approach me like, "Oh, you want to hook up?" Like, men, women, this, and I'm not even attracted to the person. I think this person is not my type, but I can't say no because I'm like, oh, I was rejected a lot,
But I can't say no. The guy's just trying to get laid. He's young. What's the like? Anyway,
it was like when I was a kid, so it's gonna feel shitty for them. For me to say no, so I'm just gonna say yes to not hurt their feelings, because I don't know how to cope with like people find me
that's cap.
attractive, this kind of stuff, and how to say no to people who I'm not attracted to because I feel guilty, this kind of stuff,
Yeah, you're suffering from success like DJ Khaled. Okay, listen. I mean, it's funny. It's funny because I mean, you have a good problem to have, obviously, but no, I know what you mean. Like, I am notoriously bad. You can even ask Austin. I'm really bad at like rejecting people. It makes me very uncomfortable. Wait, why are you making that face? Am I wrong when people come up to me and I'm not attracted to them? I have a hard time gently.
You don't. I don't think you don't like reject. You just kind of. You know what I mean?
What does that mean? What do you?
He's like snubbing them. He's not saying no, but he's implying it through his body language. But the other guy is just virtue signaling. He's like, I'm so great. I get so much attention. It's like a girl strategy, And clearly he's not strictly straight, so him using girl strategies is not out of the question. It's just virtue signaling. It's just humble brag. It's the equivalent of the girl that has like a million messages, and she complains by showing her friends, all these messages that she gets, and she's like, oh, I feel so bad, like these guys, they keep talking to them, and I'm not interested, and it's all bullshit. Like, the reason they're saying it is because they want to show their friends, look at how popular I am, look at how loved I am, look at how much people want to sleep with me and be with me. How do I cope with this? It's all bullshit.
What is that face you're making? I'm just like indifferent.
No, he's very. Hasan has a hard time rejecting people because you are so incredibly nice to everybody that you come into contact with.
I feel like that was forced out of you. Like, you made it seem like you did not believe that.
No, it was. I do believe it. Hasan is incredible. I'm just. The chat makes me laugh. Okay, forget what
it's just like I don't think it's a good problem to have, because sometimes I do stuff against my will. Like, I don't want to hook up with a person, and then I hook up because I don't.
Oh, don't do that. I've been there. Don't do that for sure.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable because like last week I went on a date with a girl. I didn't like the girl. I didn't want nothing with the girl, but I did it because I look at her. I couldn't say no. I was like, oh, she's gonna.
No, I've definitely been there.
I forgot to mention this. In life, if you don't have boundaries, you're gonna get annihilated. This is how you, as a guy, attractive man, end up with a busted girl, right? You can't say no. You're not able to say, like, I'm not interested. I don't want this. What you're providing, I'm not interested in. If you can't say that, like, you're gonna have a bad time. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, that's the best way I can put it. You can't say, sorry, you can't not say no. If you don't know how to say no, like, no is the most powerful word. If you don't know how to use it, you're never going to be successful. Because ultimately, success relies on what you say yes and no to, right? If you say yes to everything, no matter how good and bad, you have no ability to discern. You're just, you're at the mercy, right, of whatever random events happen to you. Pretty bad, I would say.
Definitely 100% been there. That comes with age. Like, the older you get, the more confident you become with your new body, the easier that will be to say no. It is hard. It is hard not to be a people pleaser all the time, but you have to remember, like, your body's your temple. That's your own
Oh my lord, man. Like, okay, we played this ethanol game before, so we're going to play the ethanol game again. If you guys don't know what ethanol is, look it up. So every time that Hasan says a wokest, womanist talking point, every time he says a religious talking point, and when I say religious, I mean it in the sense that wokeism is the new religion, okay? Just so you guys know. So every time that he says a womanist, wokest talking point, you're going to take a little sip of that ethanol, okay? Let's see how long it takes for us to get inebriated.
Personal space, and you shouldn't you shouldn't let people that you are going to feel bad about later enter it if you don't want to. For sure. I definitely know what that's like. It's just, you just got to start practicing rejection. It's like a muscle.
Okay.
It's actually true.
How do you cope with like newfound attention? Because currently,
I loved it. I don't know what you're talking about on that front. That's awesome.
I don't know. Like, it's because I'm currently like 6'5", weighing. I lost a lot of weight because of some problems, but I think I'm 109 pounds right now, trying to recover the weight. But
109? No, he must mean 190.
I don't know, because
he's probably got some severe mental illness issues going on. In fact, if he's saying yes to everybody, he might have some exotic diseases going on to get to such a low weight.
still feel like a fat kid. Someone says like, "Oh, you're pretty," and I go, "Nah, you're like you're kidding, you're lying to please me."
It's just body dysmorphia. That's just that's normal. That's never gonna go away. I'm sorry. I don't think it goes away. I always like, I look back here. Here's one way that I've been able to deal with that. Okay. When I look back at photos that I took a long time ago, I remember. One second.
Also, just for the chat, I was 6'3" at 17 years old. Now I'm 6'5" at 20 years old. People grow.
Virtue signaling.
So
it's like a girl saying, I'm a dress size 0 and I'm blonde hair with green eyes. Ooh, I feel so bad for you.
Quick here. Oh, Anthony, did you want to go?
Yeah, I was just going to say, it sounds like you almost learned to not respect yourself at some point when you were younger, based on the way that you're describing the way that you used to feel navigating the world.
Yes, people used to do like whale sounds when I was walking around the corridor of the school, this kind of stuff, you know? So I just, this kind of bullying.
Do you think that you still have that same mindset about yourself that you developed when you were younger and less confident? Just because it sounds like not being able to say no, it sounds like you're in some ways not fully respecting yourself. And it sounds like, people are saying it's a good problem to have too much attention, but it sounds like it almost hurts yourself when you aren't able to be honest with your true intentions, your true feelings of wanting to say no and then not being able to.
As I said, if you have no boundaries, world's going to take you for a ride.
Yeah, I think you got a point there. It's because I'm still a little stuck on my high school, middle school mindset because I go, people wouldn't find me attractive no matter what I do. So why am I going to find myself attractive? You know?
Right. I think that people, at least myself, tend to, when we're not giving ourselves something, and in this case, it would be respect, that we seek it from other people. So I think that the more you're able to give yourself respect, and when someone says something to you, saying that you're attractive, saying these positive things about.
By the way, notice the girl hasn't said anything. She's just sitting there to look pretty.
You, I think that, like Hasan says, it's a muscle. You got to learn not to, and practice not rejecting it and saying, okay, to yourself. Even, I think that there is this fear of being egotistical, but allow yourself to feel these feelings and be confident with respecting yourself. And
my Lord, man, can none of you talk straight? We gotta beat around the bush so much. Please, just tell the guy, guys, this is, if you want coaching from a guy that actually gives a damn and will actually give you advice that will actually work. So the guy that came to me for coaching, basically after a few weeks, he was done. He didn't need it anymore. Because I'll actually tell you the truth. Just message me at heliosblog@gmail.com. I'll tell you like it is. Just tell me your situation. I'll try to help you. I won't beat around the bush like this. I'll actually try to help you.
Don't think that it's necessarily a negative thing to respect yourself.
I had my brother's my brother has
I don't think you guys realize, but your advice is so useless because it doesn't explain anything. What does respect yourself mean? If you phrase it in a way that the guy can understand, such as have boundaries, say no. When somebody does something, you just got to practice. Yeah, like what Hasan said. You got to practice rejection like a muscle.
Multiple mattresses, and they're here to pick one of them up. We were just giving it away, and I totally forgot about it, and I freaked out for a second. But here's what I was gonna say. When you take photos, you take photos, right? You've taken photos of yourself.
Yes.
And do you feel like you look like shit in the photos that you take?
It has that feeling 5 minutes in, oh, that's a great photo, and then I post it, and I go, why do I look this ugly? I should delete this,
Okay.
this kind of stuff.
But when you look back at photos that you took 3 months ago, you're like, damn, I actually looked way better back then, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a pretty constant dynamic that I always think about, because whenever I take photos now, I'm like, man, I look like fucking shit in this photo. Like, this sucks. Sometimes I just still post it anyway. But always when I look back at that same fucking photo I took 3 months later, I'm like, damn, I used to look so much better back then. And that's how I realized, like, oh no, it's completely in the moment. It's in your own head. It's really hard to cope with that because you're like looking at it and you're seeing yourself a certain way. But that is straight up, like, it's just straight up not real. The way you actually look is how you see yourself 3 months after. So you should just remember that it's in your head, and whenever you think about yourself, you have to remember that the way you look. Remember that, like, you do probably look exactly like yourself from 3 months ago.
Yeah, I think both of you hit the nail on the head. Like, but Anthony saying that I don't respect myself a lot. That's true. I still got to work on that. And you, like, doing this stuff you're talking about, like, helped me at least realize some
Also,
stuff.
when people come up and hit on you or whatever, and you have no obligation to them whatsoever, zero obligation, right?
I think that's the worst part, because I go like, oh, I put myself in their shoes and I go, if I say no, they're probably gonna be like disappointed or something. So I'm gonna say yes to please them, even if I don't want it. And I know that's bad, but it's
But think about it. In your shoes, you wouldn't want somebody to do something with you that they didn't want to do, right?
That's true. Yes.
So
there you go. Finally.
So think about it that way. I think you know, being honest with them is the best thing that they could possibly do, and they should understand and respect for you being honest and forward with it.
I'd also say focus on your internal monologue and the way that you hear your thoughts saying things to yourself. If it's constantly, oh, I'm this thing, I'm this, I disrespect you're kind of disrespecting yourself on this loop. So I would just, any advice I would give would be to practice.
This is good advice. Never talk to yourself the way you wouldn't talk to another person, okay? Like, don't negative self-talk. Because negative self-talk is bad. And all it will do is hurt you. It doesn't help at all. It just, the only purpose it serves is to destroy you. That's all it does. So you can't be negative self-talking. You have to be positive towards yourself. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for misery, effectively. Okay, let's continue.
Quieting that voice in your head that's saying all the negative things about yourself, where you're then afterwards feeling like you disrespected yourself based on that internal monologue.
You can also always lie, okay? I'm an advocate for lying. You can always be like, hey, thank you so much, but I'm taken. Boom.
Just carry a wedding.
That's a girl strategy. They do that all the time. That's a common, very common rejection method.
Ring with you.
I'm just saying, if it gets to a point where, it's like unmanageable, remember that, like, if it goes towards if a person is like pestering you, then you have every right to just straight up be like, hey, I'm really uncomfortable with the situation. They should be understanding, and it's on them at that point to, like, get the message. Or, sometimes you can, like I said, if you really want to fucking pull the parachute out real quick, that's my advice to you. You can just be like, hey, thank you so much, but unfortunately I'm taken. There's always something you can do.
Okay, that's a good one to use, because I never thought about using this.
You've never thought about lying? Okay.
No, because I feel bad, Hassan, for example, if I'm out, I'm like, okay.
No, but that's like a white lie. Like, you're letting them down easy. They're like, oh man, like in another situation, maybe this could have worked out. That's what they're thinking. So you're like, basically, you have no obligation to this person.
For the record, I think that's bad advice to give to a woman.
Why?
Because
no, girls very often use that, so that's bullshit.
I think women are expected to say something like, oh, I have a boyfriend as the only acceptable reason for a man to not pursue her. So just want to throw that in.
Yeah, I mean, I would also disagree. I would say it's okay to say that.
Leave it to the girl to make it about girls.
I'm really
all about the
humbled,
guy
but
herself.
I'm not interested in dating right now. I think that is an acceptable answer.
Yeah. Also, well, the dynamic is drastically different with women for other reasons too. Like usually men don't handle rejection very well, and then they'll fucking still be pursuing and pestering.
Yeah.
So for a woman, I'd be like, carry a taser and also have guy friends with you that will be the boyfriend.
Yeah, it's just I think you all be in situations where we had to rescue some girlfriends of ours. Like a guy was pestering there. Yeah, I feel this. Yeah, I'm gonna try to work out more of this inner monologue stuff. I'm gonna lie when you.
Great advice.
Got him.
We got another happy customer.
I'm gonna try to perceive myself as an attractive person who's worth of respect, than being stuck on my high school mindset that people are still gonna think I'm ugly and this kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's the one.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
You got this.
Thank you, Zaus.
Yeah, guys, thanks.
I
Shout out
hope your cat girl arc is going well.
It's a Tinder story. It's been some time, but it's already happened.
Bye, Zach. Hey, Hasan, I have a question.
All right, what's up?
What are the benefits of running the top of the hour ad break?
Oh, many benefits. Many benefits. As a matter of fact, at the top of the hour when there's a 6-second ad break, Austin just dipped. At the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break. With fans, anyone who's ever been on my... He's a good editor.
Is there any way to know how many of these unofficial channels, like how many views these unofficial channels get in total? Is it more than you would ever get on your own?
I mean, it's more than I would get for sure, of course. Definitely. I don't know. The way I see it is I do 8 to 10 hours of content every day. Yeah. It would be impossible for me to edit all of that. You know.
True.
What's going to happen when you actually make a YouTube channel? That's really interesting because I do already have a YouTube channel. So yeah,
they don't even know.
And now they're taking over TikTok too. There's
it's impossible to know if you have a real channel or not. I tried looking. I couldn't find if you had a real one.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I tell them like at least point to this is on TikTok. There's HasanAbi Daily. There's like multiple HasanAbi channels on TikTok.
Okay, let's just skip this crap.
Channel. They find a YouTube channel. They're like, oh, dude, we can't do this. Okay.
I mean. Funny you say that because the girl I'm seeing right now, I edited one of the videos while I was with her, so
oh god,
she knows about it.
That's a keeper then.
I don't think. Well, yeah, but even then, it's still a problem of like, I just don't really see myself being long term with them.
Is it a fear of commitment, or is it because you like genuinely feel like you haven't found the right person? Because like I think go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is it like all these people are just somehow the wrong person for me, or is it like I have some genuine commitment issues? That's like.
This must be satire. Okay, let's skip this crap. Please, let's skip this crap. Sorry, I'm trying to go to like totally. Okay.
Oh no, definitely no. Like, look here. You want to know? But what if this is the girl is the hottest he's had? Like, that's the kind of fucking questions you're getting right now. Okay, no shot. There are plenty of girls out there, plenty of women out there. You're 38 years old. Date someone outside of the workplace. Do not date someone that you are managing. That is insane. That is a horrible idea. You know who did that?
Idea.
Bill O'Reilly. Guess where he is now? Not on Fox News. I'll tell you that much. Okay, not on someone as powerful an institution as Bill O'Reilly was kicked off. Okay, for a lot of the horrifying shit that he said, but he actually did in the workplace. Don't do it.
Yeah, the power dynamic was the main thing that was keeping me from saying anything.
Yes, so, no shot.
Yeah, it's good to hear that it got back.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not a good idea. Definitely not. Okay.
Cool.
Is that
All right? I will not do it then.
Yeah, don't date people in the workplace. Just don't do it. It's not really about the power dynamics. It's they can in 2024 they can accuse you of anything. You lose your job. Job's worth more than a relationship, for men at least. So.
Okay, that's great.
Done and done.
Yeah, if you have the power to fire someone and like cut them off their health care, and their livelihood, you should not fuck them.
Yeah,
that's it.
Indeed.
Oh, Milena says, "I love Mikey. I love Mikey. I love Mikey. I'm a huge fan."
Oh my god, hi, thank you.
Hi, Milena. Okay, crisis averted. Well, that was
Man,
quick. That was a
you
quick
just saved
solution.
someone's job.
Yeah, and life.
And life.
Probably.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, well, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Lots of people out there to date.
What is so bad about dating people at your work? It's basically the only place I meet other people. Okay, dating people at your workplace is already an incredibly complicated scenario. But your manager also, no shot, no
Very
fucking
bad.
shot, no
Manager,
way.
totally, but coworker.
Coworker could go this way.
Coworker could it will still lead to long-term complications no matter what happens.
No. If both people are immature or one party is immature, yes.
Bullshit. Again, the girl gives even worse advice than them. Okay. Anyway, you can't make this crap up, guys. Never listen to girls' advice. Terrible. Alright, let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all notifications, drop me a donation. Like Hunter M, Adrian L, Tom and Bobby, Dylan, Renaissance Press, Brian, Andrew, and Alan. Shoutouts to you. Most recent purchaser of Strategist Guide to Seduction. Thank you. Go buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Want to watch my videos in groups of 3 or 4 instead of just 1 per day? Totally can. Just go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/theheliosblog. And as I said, do you want not terrible dating advice? just message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. I'll do a bit better, guys. Promise. Okay. I really appreciate that you guys watched, especially to the end. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.